Texas man drove to Indianapolis after sending Caitlin Clark violent messages on X, court docs reveal. Indianapolis, a Texas man sent sexually violent messages from his X account to Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and then drove to Indianapolis, court documents reveal. "Been driving around your house 3x a day," he messaged her, referring to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. "But don't call the law just yet." Michael Thomas Lewis, 55, of Denton, Texas, is charged with 1 count of stalking, threatening sexual battery or death, a level 5 felony. He was arrested on Sunday. According to court documents, the FBI traced Lewis's most recent messages to discover he was in Indianapolis. Police said his presence in Indianapolis was especially concerning due to the nature of his messages and Lewis being a Texas resident. Lewis's messages were sexually violent in nature. He also spoke about coming to Indianapolis, and even away games, to see the WNBA star. Marion County Prosecutor Mears said Lewis even bought tickets to a Butler basketball game, which Clark is known to attend. "I'm getting tickets," he said in one message. "I'm sitting behind the bench." "You have the steps of actually traveling from Texas to Indianapolis," Mears said. Trying to figure out where they could potentially locate the victim, all of those things rang some alarm bells. Court documents reveal that police spoke to Clark. She told officers she'd become fearful since receiving the messages and learning Lewis was in Indianapolis. She even altered her public appearances and movement patterns to better protect her own safety. "It takes a lot of courage for women to come forward in these cases, which is why many don't," said Mears. In doing so, the victim is setting an example for all women who deserve to live and work in Indy without the threat of sexual violence. When police confronted Lewis on January 8, he downplayed his messages and told officers he was in Indianapolis on vacation. When asked why he posted about Clark so much on X, Lewis again downplayed it and said, "Just the same reason everybody makes posts." Despite traveling to Indianapolis, Lewis claimed his messages to Clark were just an imagination, a fantasy-type thing, and a joke. He claimed they weren't threatening despite their graphic, violent, sexual nature. According to court documents, police warned Lewis about his posts and asked him not to post messages like he had been posting. However, just hours later, he was back to posting and tagging Caitlin Clark from his X account. "There was a conversation with law enforcement, and we didn't see any change in behavior," Mears said. Certainly, there was additional tweets and additional commentary after they had that initial interaction with law enforcement. Lewis was arrested Sunday night at a downtown Indianapolis hotel. He is currently being held in the Marion County Jail with a $50,000 surety bond. Mears hopes this reminds people what they post on the internet can have consequences. "A lot of times people have a tendency to forget they're talking about real people," Mears said. "You see a lot of people who post a lot of things online that are sometimes hurtful or derogatory, and they maybe don't think or realize it has an impact on a real person. You can tell from the probable cause affidavit this has had a profound impact on her." Lewis also has a no-contact order for Clark and has been banned from Gainbridge Fieldhouse and Hinkle Fieldhouse. Even a post on X could land Lewis with more charges. That follows her wherever she goes. Once that no-contact order is in place, the same rules apply, Mears said. Direct or indirect contact with her in any way, shape, or form, whether it's over the internet or in person, would be strictly prohibited by the no-contact order. If found guilty, Lewis could face up to 6 years in prison on a level 5 felony. Lewis has a pre-trial hearing Tuesday morning in Marion County.